Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here. Wanted to record this quick video for you. I've got a little bit of breaking news around one of my favorite companies, Palantir. For those of you guys who are subscribers to my channel, you know that I'm a huge fan of this stock. I'm extremely bullish on this stock long term. I own this stock and actually adding more shares as we speak, because the truth of the matter is that this is a great company with fantastic prospects in the future, and they are simply going to go up. They are the leader in their industry, and I am extremely bullish on them. So what I have for you today is really two pieces of information. Number one, there's a little bit of breaking information coming out that Cathie Wood and her firm ARK have picked up additional shares of this stock, and we're going to look at that, see how many shares she picked up. Additionally, though, I want to talk to you and show you a piece of information that I found that I thought really painted a very interesting picture related to Palantir and their role under the Biden administration. Could that benefit them or not, as well as some additional future prospects. So that's what we're going to be covering today, because the truth of the matter is that, you know, I want to help you make more money in the stock market. That's why I've created this channel. That's why I've created these videos. And so for me, it's all about staying up to date on the latest and greatest information. If you're looking for technical or fundamental deep dive analyses, that's not really what I do. There's people here on YouTube that do it better than me. I can do it, but I see value in bringing you guys this information so that you don't have to hunt out and seek this information. So consider subscribing to the channel if you would, because I'm here working for you and bringing these videos every single day to help you make more money in the market, as well as drop a like on this video if you're going to get value out of it, which you will, because I'm bringing you great information and just out here working for you. Additionally, though, I always understand that this video is for entertainment purposes only. So let's go take a look at what I've got for you for Palantir today. So as I've mentioned, Cathie Wood and her firm ARK have picked up more shares of Palantir. In fact, this is actually breaking information as of 8 a.m. right now. Basically, Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation ETF has picked up over 1 million shares of Palantir yesterday. So they bought these yesterday, but the news broke today. At least as far as I know, I didn't see any news on this yesterday, and I pretty much tracked this. So I might have been asleep at the wheel. Again, allergies. But here we go. I'm bringing you the info just so you have it. Also, I wanted to show you that approximately 2 weeks ago, March 26, they added an additional 783,000 shares. So that is almost 2 million shares. It's 1.785. For those of you guys who are following my channel, you know that in April I have really bad allergies, and it tends to kind of mess with the brain a little bit. So it's not 1.2. Where did I get that? It's not. It's 1.783 million. So I wanted to show you that because truth of the matter is that, you know, Cathie Wood and her firm ARK are extremely bullish on this stock. It is a core holding of some of her ETFs, and I'm always a fan of watching and seeing what moves that they're making, and I think it's a very large positive bullish statement that her firm believes in the stock even at the current levels. The stock has just been right here. You can see on this chart right here, the stock has been flat, just really hasn't really been doing anything. At this current level, $22, again, I see this as a buying opportunity. I see it as a buying opportunity, guys, long term. I get people who hit me up on the comments on the videos and say, yeah, the stock's not doing anything, the stock's down, and yeah, the stock is flat, but the stock is down, thus it is a buying opportunity. I believe fundamentally that at these levels we are at our support level. We are kind of at the basement, and I think if you're looking at this long term, 12 plus months, this is a fantastic stock that has the very strong potential to go up and double, $40 to $50 plus, if not higher, in 1 year, and over $100 plus in 2 years. Okay, it is just a strong player that right now politically and just kind of overall, kind of the political landscape, it just seems to just not be doing anything. I get that. That's kind of why I wanted to bring you this additional third piece of information that we're going to look at right now. Okay, that really talks about the future of Palantir, in my opinion, under the Biden administration. Not my opinion, but also in this piece of information of what their opportunity potentially could be. Okay, Palantir stock in the Biden administration. If the initial few days are any indicator, the initial few days of Biden's presidency, Biden takes U.S. national security very seriously. Okay. He ordered an airstrike targeting Iran-backed militias in Syria, and his national security team has several names that are decidedly hawkish. He's talking about names for basically for moving forward. Okay, so one of them is Avril Haines, who currently serves as the Director of National Intelligence. She previously served as the Deputy Director of CIA in the Obama administration. Look at this. More interestingly, she is a former consultant for Palantir. Okay, so she's one of the top officials. She's the Director of National Intelligence. She was once a former consultant for Palantir. I love that. I actually didn't know this, so this was new information to me. So I thought that this was information that was relevant that I wanted to bring to you so that you can continue to kind of see the landscape and the portrait around what the Palantir and just frankly, their business model. You guys know that they have that they work with the government. And with the military, they've also got private contracts. It is their work with the government and the military and the CIA and all that gives them a sometimes bad press and sometimes this kind of overall sentiment that there's something wrong with them. I don't believe that. I think if you fundamentally look at their business is just management of big data. Okay, that is really what they do. They provide those analytic platforms and AI platform layers to just help the military protect us, all that kind of stuff, as well as make better decisions, as well as they work with corporate clients, things like that. Okay. So whether the relationship with Haines will pay dividends in the future is unknown. However, the new administration has made it clear that it wants to cut back on military costs and create a sleek, efficient military machine. You would think that would go against Palantir. That is not true. For that, it will need a company like Palantir, which has a proven track record and a long association with the defense establishment. I think they're going to continue to get even more revenue dollars out of out of the military, the government, as well as their corporate clients. Okay, so they operate an asset-light model, which I do like. I definitely agree with that. And they analyze large data sets to solve complex problems. I've already mentioned that. For the full year, they reported a 47% year-over-year increase in revenues. Okay, so they are benefiting. At the end of 2020, they closed two massive deals. They closed a deal with the U.S. Army Program Executive Office for Enterprise Information Systems to complete the second year of his partnership under the Vantage program, which will give the company $113 million for the year. This is part of the overall $458 million production agreement between the U.S. Army and Palantir. So they've got a multi-year $458 million deal. There you go. Okay, again, they are majorly embedded in the military, as and that's just where a large part of their revenue will come, and that money will continue to flow. Okay, we do know about this other $31.5 million deal with the UK's NHS. I did a video talking about this particular Open Democracy. There was a lawsuit around it. Open Democracy sued the UK government. Actually sued NHS. I apologize. The lawsuit was dropped, and it was just a whole thing. I've got in the video if you want to go check it out. Okay, it's not really relevant news information. This is what I was talking about earlier. There are national commentators that have expressed concerns regarding Palantir. We are going to continue to get this. Last year, New York Rep. Ocasio-Cortez wrote a letter to the Securities and Exchange Commission flagging material risk for future investors and a national security issue regarding the controversial data miner. Again, here's the interesting thing. They just provide the technology, right? That's what they do. And they are the leader in what they do. And so they are going to have every now and then some of this kind of information around them. Okay, hasn't been anything really as of late outside of this UK NHS scenario with Open Democracy, which basically went away. Okay, so this is another interesting part of why I wanted to bring this to you. Palantir stock is down a little bit more than 1% year to date. To me, that screams a buying opportunity. I agree. Okay, an asset-light business boasting a gross margin of 64.1%. Sign me up. The fact that the shares are trading at 20.9 times price to sales is icing on the cake. Okay, again, I agree, right? You guys know I use tip ranks every now and then. Their price target on this is about 25.83, more than 10% higher. I think tip ranks has got this one wrong. I think it's a $40, $50 stock inside of a year. Okay. Here's the thing. I wanted to include this paragraph because I thought this was relevant, okay? Because this is part of being a Palantir stockholder is that you do have to deal with kind of the skepticism surrounding the company, okay? People are afraid that the company may see litigation in the future which could eat away returns. I don't agree with that. I don't think that can happen. I mean, could they get sued for this or that? Sure, they could see, but there really hasn't been very much litigation as far as I'm aware, okay? I believe that this is highly unlikely. As the adage goes, I love this: never bet against the house. These defense establishments have the blessing of whomever is in power, i.e. the Biden administration. Although both parties can disagree on the methods, national defense is a bipartisan issue. Making the military more efficient and streamlined is an ambition that everyone wants to pursue. Agreed. So Palantir stock becomes one of the safest investments out there. Whenever the price dips, I want to buy more of this one. I totally agree with those few final thoughts. So a few final thoughts here. You guys know I am very bullish. Sorry, face itches every time I get on video. I'm very bullish on Palantir. And I think that you have to basically be strapped in and know that this one, the ride is going to be maybe a little bumpy. And really bumpy in this case is kind of the stock really not doing anything right now. I think we're waiting on some potential big news to make the stock break. Nothing fundamentally has changed with the business. I've talked about this in previous videos. They continue to do what they do. They just won a brand new contract about a week ago. I did a video on it. A $90 million contract. I've talked about this before in other videos. Is that their business model? They go in, because I was in software sales in the 90s, and their business model is they go into these companies and these government institutions and they get into via 1 or 2 or 3 contracts, and then they start to get even more contracts. They start to proliferate throughout the enterprise. So they get more business other than the initial contract. It is simply a matter of you have to have the right mental fortitude to really kind of be a Palantir stockholder and know that it's a buy and hold and it's a long-term prospect. I fundamentally believe in this company. I really do. And I have bought additional stock in Palantir at these levels. I will continue to buy at these levels because I think that long term this is a very, very good company and a great stock to own. So you guys know that that's how I feel. So I'm going to wrap up with that. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you there. See you later in the next videos. Take care.